The quaint cafe was my sanctuary from the bustling city outside. It was a place where I could sip my coffee in peace, immerse myself in a good book, and watch the world go by. Little did I know that a chance encounter would soon shatter the tranquility I sought. On that fateful afternoon, as I sat by the window, enjoying the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, a man walked past my table. He was tall, with sharp features and piercing eyes that seemed to bore into my soul. I remember how a shiver ran down my spine when he muttered, "It's almost time, Kate." Startled, I looked up, my heart pounding in my chest. "Sorry, do I know you?" I called after him, my voice barely above a whisper. The man merely smiled, a strange, unsettling smile, and continued on his way, disappearing into the crowded street. Confused and slightly unnerved, I tried to shake off the encounter, chalking it up to a random occurrence. But just as I was beginning to calm my racing thoughts, my phone buzzed, startling me. I glanced at the screen to see a message from an unknown number. "Forget him. Forget this." The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end as a chill crept down my spine. Who was this mysterious man, and why was he targeting me? Questions swirled in my mind, each more unsettling than the last. With a trembling hand, I looked around the cafe, but the man was nowhere to be seen. Deciding to heed the message and forget the encounter, I tried to focus on my book, but the words blurred before my eyes. Something nagged at the back of my mind, a feeling of impending danger that refused to be ignored. I couldn't shake the sense that I was being watched, that every move I made was being monitored. Days turned into weeks, but the memory of that unsettling encounter lingered like a shadow, following me wherever I went. I became paranoid, constantly looking over my shoulder, unable to shake the feeling of being hunted. Sleep eluded me, replaced by vivid nightmares that left me drenched in sweat, my heart racing. One evening, as I walked home from work, the streets were eerily quiet, the usual hustle and bustle replaced by an eerie stillness. I quickened my pace, the feeling of unease growing with each step. Just as I turned the corner, a figure emerged from the shadows, blocking my path. It was him, the man from the cafe, his eyes filled with a chilling intensity that sent a shiver down my spine. "You can't run, Kate," he said, his voice low and menacing. "It's time to face the truth." Panic gripped me, and I tried to turn and flee, but his grip was iron tight, his fingers digging into my arm like talons. He led me down a dark alley, the walls closing in around us, suffocating me with their oppressive presence. With each step, I felt as though I was descending into a nightmare from which there was no escape. Finally, we reached a desolate warehouse, its broken windows casting eerie shadows across the floor. The man pushed me into a chair, his expression inscrutable. "It's time to remember, Kate," he said, his voice a whisper in the darkness. As he spoke, memories flooded back, disjointed fragments of a past I had long buried. I remembered a childhood friend, a promise made in innocence, and a dark secret hidden deep within the recesses of my mind. The truth lay before me, stark and unyielding, demanding to be acknowledged. Tears pricked my eyes as I faced the reality I had long denied. The man watched me with an intensity that chilled me to the bone, his gaze unwavering. "You can't hide from your past forever, Kate," he said, his voice echoing in the empty space. And in that moment of reckoning, I understood. The man was not my enemy, but a harbinger of the truth I had long suppressed. As the weight of my memories came crashing down around me, I knew that I could no longer hide from the darkness within me. It was time to confront my demons, to embrace the past and forge a new future. With a newfound sense of clarity, I rose from the chair, my resolve unshakable. The man nodded, a hint of approval in his eyes, and I knew that he had served his purpose. As I stepped out into the night, the weight of the past lifted from my shoulders, replaced by a sense of freedom I had long forgotten. And as I walked into the unknown, the echoes of the man's words lingered in my mind. Forget him. Forget this. But I knew that the memory of that mysterious encounter would stay with me, a reminder of the journey I had embarked upon, a journey of self-discovery and redemption. And with each step, I embraced the unknown, ready to face whatever lay ahead.